Well, hello there. I bet you're here to do this. Yes, we all want to catch big bass. So here is 5 best riggings for bass, in my opinion. At the end of this video, I'm going to show you an awesome bonus rig that I promise you have never seen before, and it absolutely crushes the bass. So stick around to the end to catch that bonus rigging. Number 1, the toad. So here you've got a topwater toad bait. It's a rubber soft plastic, and there's 2 ways that you can fish the toad. You can do a weighted jig head with a weed guard, so you can run the toad down at the bottom and through the weeds. But then the alternative way that you could run the toad, you can have one of these plastic bait hooks right here, and you're just simply gonna run this through the toad. When you pop the barb out, you can actually reverse the barb so that the toad is weedless. And then you can pull this guy on the top water and work him across the top. Number 2 is swim baits. So swim baits are great. You just got to get yourself a weighted jig head, slip the swim bait right onto the jig head, cast this out, and simply retrieve it. As you're retrieving the swim bait, it's just going to swim along. Guys, wait. What was that? You just cut to the wrong B-roll. It really gets bass excited, and it's definitely a technique that should not be overlooked. Make sure to jerk the swim bait as you swim it along so it's got a sporadic different motion. Number 3, the defensive crawfish. So you're just going to take a crawfish plastic lure, and this one's got a rattle inside of it, and we're going to do a couple of things that are a little bit different that you might not have seen before. So we're going to take a pencil lead that you can buy, and you clip it to size, and you will just shove the weight inside the back end of the crawfish so that it will weight him down at the back end. What's going to happen is when you drop this on the bottom, it's going to make a very aggressive smack against the bottom. It's also going to make it so that as he approaches the bottom, these claws are going to float up, and it's going to be that natural defensive look of a crawdad. We just simply have to take the hook and we just run it right through the nose of the crawfish so that we're holding him from the top, and he'll get that great defensive look. Number 4, the Wacky Rig Senko worm. So a Senko worm is just a 7-inch rubber worm, and it's a little bit thicker, the Senko. Just take the hook, run it right through the middle of the worm, just like that, and you get this dancing technique going on as the worm flutters up and down. This is a great way to catch bass. And number 5 is your spinner baits. So I'm a big fan of the spinner baits. I feel like they're falling out of style with a lot of people, but a good spinner bait is always a good bet. It makes a lot of vibration in the water, it flashes, it spins. Just simply tie it on here right in the middle, cast it out, and retrieve it. Great bass lure right here. Ding ding! Alright, you guys made it to the bonus round, so now let's go over that bonus rig like I promised you. So remember the Senko worm? So instead of the Wacky Rig, here's something I want you to try. This is what I like to call the 7 rig. I've used it for years. As far as I know, I'm the one that made it. It was just something that I found in the field, the way that I would rig the worm, and the bass seemed to really like it. So here's what we're going to do. We're just going to simply take our hook and take our Senko worm, and in the top half of the worm here, we are going to hook it once, run it through, slide the worm up, flip it over the hook like so, come through a second time, slide it up some more, flip the worm back over like this for a third time, pull it up, and as you can see, you have the 7 shape, and you have the 7 rig. This is a super awesome rig, and if you want to see what this rig can do, check this video out right here where we put this rig to work. Till next time, guys.